For so many of us, shyness isn't just a personality quirk, it's this weight we carry. It's like an invisible barrier that holds us back from fully engaging with the world around us. We often find ourselves trapped in our own thoughts, replaying scenarios and imagining all the ways things could go wrong. It keeps us from saying the things we want to say, from expressing our true feelings and opinions. We hesitate, we second-guess ourselves, and sometimes we even convince ourselves that what we have to say isn't important enough. It stops us from going after the things we want in life. We watch opportunities pass us by, feeling like we're on the outside looking in. We see others achieving their dreams and wonder why we can't do the same. We stay quiet when we long to speak up, afraid of being judged or misunderstood. In group settings, we blend into the background, hoping to go unnoticed. Our voices remain silent, even when we have something valuable to contribute. We hold back when what we really want is to step into the fullness of who we are. We dream of taking bold steps, of showing the world our true selves, but something inside us keeps us from taking that leap. But here's the truth. Overcoming shyness, it's not about becoming someone else. It's about embracing who we are, flaws and all. It's about recognizing that our shyness is just one part of us, not the whole story. It's about finding the courage to be more of ourselves, to take small steps towards being more open, more honest, more authentic. Each act of courage, no matter how small, helps us break free from the chains of shyness. Over these next few minutes, we're going to unpack the steps not to erase shyness, but to understand it, to befriend it. We'll explore practical strategies and insights that can help us navigate our shyness with compassion and patience, and ultimately, to move through it and into our bravest selves. Because at the end of the day, breaking free from shyness isn't about changing who we are, but about allowing ourselves to be seen and heard, just as we are. The first step, and it's often the hardest, is simply acknowledging that shyness is there. It's like noticing a shy elephant in the room. You know it's there, but it's easy to pretend it isn't. This acknowledgement is crucial because it sets the stage for everything that follows. When you recognize your shyness, you give yourself the opportunity to understand it better. Don't judge it. Don't try to push it away. Just say, yeah, that's me. I feel shy sometimes. This simple act of acceptance can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to see shyness not as a flaw, but as a part of who you are. And when you accept it, you can start to work with it rather than against it. And that's okay. Because here's the thing. We all feel shy sometimes. It's a universal experience. Whether it's meeting new people, speaking in public, or even just expressing our true feelings, shyness can creep in. But knowing that you're not alone can make a big difference. It can help you feel more connected to others and less isolated in your experience. It's a human emotion. It's part of our wiring. Just like joy, sadness, or anger, shyness is a natural response to certain situations. It's our brain's way of protecting us, of keeping us safe, but sometimes it can hold us back. Understanding this can help you approach your shyness with more compassion. And when we try to pretend it's not there, when we try to outrun it or ignore it, that's when it starts to run the show. It can become a shadow that follows us everywhere, influencing our decisions and actions. But by acknowledging it, we can start to take control. We can decide how much power we want to give it. But when we can look at it with a little bit of kindness, with a little bit of curiosity, that's when we start to take its power away. We can ask ourselves, why do I feel shy in this situation? What am I afraid of? By exploring these questions, we can gain insights into our shyness and learn how to manage it better. Remember, it's not about getting rid of shyness completely, but about understanding it and finding ways to live with it more comfortably. So often, our shyness is fueled by this inner critic, this voice that's constantly telling us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not funny enough. And you know what? That voice is a liar. It's time to start writing a new story, one where we give ourselves permission to be imperfect, to be vulnerable, to be fully human. Because here's the thing, people connect with authenticity. They don't want perfect, they want real. So let go of the need to have all the right answers, to say all the right things, and just show up as you are. Listen, I'm not going to tell you to just go out there and give a speech tomorrow. Overcoming shyness is a process. It's about taking small, manageable steps outside of your comfort zone. Maybe it's saying hello to a stranger at the coffee shop. Maybe it's raising your hand in class. Maybe it's just making eye contact with someone you find intimidating. The point is, you don't have to climb Mount Everest on day one. Start with a small hill and celebrate every victory along the way. Chapter 4. The Power of Practice and a Little Role Play. Okay, I know, role-playing can feel a little awkward, but trust me on this one, it really helps. Think about the situations that make you feel shy, and practice how you might handle them. Practice introducing yourself. Practice starting a conversation. Practice saying no when you need to. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel when you're actually in those situations. And hey, grab a friend, make it fun. Chapter 5. Get out of your head, get into their story. One of the best ways to overcome shyness is to shift your focus from yourself to others. When you're caught up in your own head, worrying about what people think of you, it's easy to feel self-conscious. But when you genuinely focus on the other person, when you listen to their story, when you ask questions and show interest, you create a connection. And connection, my friends, is the antidote to shyness. Chapter 6. Challenge accepted, dare to be brave. Growth happens outside of our comfort zones, so set some small, achievable goals for yourself. Maybe it's attending a social event where you don't know many people. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting. Maybe it's finally asking that person out on a date. Whatever it is, write it down, make a plan, and then go for it. And remember, celebrate every win, no matter how small. Chapter 7. Embrace the imperfect, messy beauty of being human. Here's a little secret, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, we all say the wrong thing sometimes, we all have those moments where we wish we could just crawl under a rock and hide. But you know what? It's okay. It's part of being human. Give yourself permission to mess up, to stumble, to fall. Because it's in those moments, when we pick ourselves up and try again, that we truly grow. Chapter 8. Self-care, the not-so-secret weapon. Listen, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally, is crucial when it comes to overcoming shyness. Make time for the things that light you up, that make you feel good, that fill your cup. Whether it's exercise, spending time in nature, reading a good book, or just taking a long, hot bath, prioritize self-care. It will make a world of difference. Chapter 9. Find your people, build your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. Surround yourself with people who support you, who encourage you, who lift you up. Share your goals with them, ask for their help, and celebrate your victories together. And if you're struggling, don't be afraid to seek professional help. A therapist or coach can provide you with the tools and support you need to overcome deeper-rooted fears and build your confidence. Chapter 10. Keep showing up, keep being brave. Overcoming shyness is a journey, not a destination. It's a path filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. Sometimes it feels like you're making great strides, and other times, it feels like you're taking 2 steps back. But remember, every step, no matter how small, is progress. There will be days when you feel confident and outgoing, ready to take on the world. These are the days when your hard work and perseverance shine through, and you feel like you can conquer any challenge that comes your way. And there will be days when you just want to stay in bed with the covers pulled over your head. Days when the thought of facing the world feels overwhelming. And that's okay. It's important to acknowledge these feelings and give yourself the grace to rest and recharge. The important thing is to keep showing up even on the days when it's hard, to keep pushing yourself, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because it's in these moments of discomfort that true growth happens. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, no matter how slow the progress may seem. Each step forward is a step towards becoming the person you want to be. Keep choosing courage over comfort. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. Because every time you do, you're building resilience. You're proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. Each small victory is a testament to your strength and determination. You're proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. With each goal you achieve, no matter how small, you build confidence and self-assurance. You are worthy of connection, of forming meaningful relationships with others. These connections bring joy and fulfillment to your life. You are worthy of love, both giving and receiving it. Love is a powerful force that can transform your life in beautiful ways, and you are worthy of living a life that is full of joy and meaning. A life where you can pursue your passions, embrace your true self, and find happiness in the journey. Outgrow your journey starts now. Remember, this isn't about becoming someone else, it's about uncovering the bravest, most authentic version of yourself. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you are and sharing your gifts with the world. So be kind to yourself, be patient with the process, and never ever give up on your dreams. What's one small act of courage you can take today? What small step can you take to move closer to the life you truly desire? The journey starts now.